Hey everyone, I'm back and today's video is going to be on the Sister Wives. We got season 15 coming up on February 14th. I want to go ahead and break down the trailer and discuss that, as well as I got a little bit of Sister Wives tea, so you might want to stick around to the end for that one. But first, as always, if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe down below, click the notification bell, make sure it's set to all, and if you could do me a favor and hit the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. Now you see, I have the old logo out there from the very beginning because I find it ironic how Cody goes on and says, oh, love is supposed to be multiplied, not divided. Well, I find that very ironic this season, and you'll see why I think that. So let's go ahead and start viewing the trailer, but remember, stick around to the end because I got some tea for you.
I don't want to spend the rest of my life listening to women tell me how unhappy they are.
Well, Cody, you should have thought about that when you didn't have just one wife, nor two, three, but four wives. You should have thought about that, buddy. And yes, women can be very opinionated, but when you multiply that by 4, yeah, well, that's the inevitable. You should have thought about that.
If I was a monogamist and I had one wife, I don't know, maybe it's a fantasy in my part.
Well, Cody, monogamy is very common these days, and contrary to your beliefs, monogamy is pretty damn sweet. One-on-one, giving your 100, giving your all to one individual is very fulfilling. But it's kind of too late now for you, isn't it, Cody? Or is it?
I feel like the only adult sometimes, you know? Come on.
Well, this is kind of debatable. And of course, all this is just my opinions, but I believe, in my humble opinion, that I think that the women act a lot more like an adult than Cody does. Just saying.
We have a pandemic breakout of COVID-19 in the United States. I'm the only one that's going from home to home.
I don't know how to take this. Is he complaining or is he just stating a fact? Because, I mean, it's obvious what the facts are, and he's acting like he's complaining about it, but you did marry 4 wives. You did uproot your family from Las Vegas to Flagstaff, where they are all separated and there's no progress on Coyote's past. So, I mean, you did put yourself in this predicament. You know, the virus or not, you're still going to have to do the same thing. I don't understand why you're complaining when you put yourself in that predicament. I'm just saying.
Do you want to have a relationship with your sister wife?
Maybe there are some of us who are like, look, I don't want it anymore. Yeah, I'm sure everybody hates me.
And as you can see here, it doesn't seem like anything changed with Janelle. Janelle's just Janelle, you know. She loves the plural marriage, and anything Cody wants, Cody gets with Janelle, you know. She's down for whatever. But, you know, it wasn't like that with Mary last year, and we've seen them on the outs, and I think there's another one to add to that list, and that's going to be Christine. And you're going to see what I'm talking about in the clip coming up.
We don't have to do anything together.
You know that she's actually trying to sabotage your relationship with Cody. You can't trust her.
And like I have been saying, this is all just my opinion. Even though I haven't seen this season yet, maybe prematurely thinking this, but I don't think Christina is trying to sabotage anything. I think she's just tired of living this plural lifestyle. And I think that Robin is just trying to deflect because, I mean, we all thought that she was the favorite. So it's not necessarily that Christine is trying to sabotage her relationship. She just doesn't want to trust Christine, let's be real. I mean, you got Cody over here talking about a monogamous relationship. Robin over here planting the seed of Christine trying to sabotage her relationship with Cody. Meanwhile, Christine and Mary are on the outs while Janelle is in La La Land. I mean, come on now. You do the math.
I can't make him love me. So if I were to lean over and just kiss you right now, would you push me away?
No. Romance and sex are saved for people who are in
This is just so sad. I'm going to say something after the next clip.
love. If Mary and I really wanted to be together, we would.
This is where I'm going to get a little less silly and more serious. This just breaks my heart because last season Cody said that she was too invested in her business and not in him. And it seems like this season she's really trying hard and he's kind of pushing her away. That was the most awkward picnic I've ever seen. And then to see her crying, you know, showing emotions in that car, and it seemed like he didn't even care. And the way he talks about, you know, you got to be in love to, you know, to have any of that kind of, you know, engagement. It's gross. I've always been rooting for Mary. If you have seen my previous recaps from the last season, I feel like she could do so much better, so much better, and be so much happier. breaks my heart.
Next time I see Kody, I'm gonna tell him I freaking want to move back to Utah, even though the girls don't want to.
So Christine wants to move back to Utah, and I think there's a very, very good reason for that. That is part of the little bit of tea that I have that I'll be sharing with you at the end, so stay tuned for that.
Mary, I can't do marriage with Kody anymore. I don't want to. You don't get to give up like that. I don't want to do it anymore.
Well, 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 as long as this wasn't pushing a fake narrative and giving us a boring-ass season like last year, I think this season's gonna be pretty freaking juicy. And it's not like that I want to see families getting torn apart or feelings getting hurt. They used to be very intriguing family, but now it seems like they, gotten boring and they're not really reality TV worthy anymore because they're that boring. Although I still stand by what I've said before, I do believe that these women do deserve better. But yeah, that was a breakdown of parts of the trailer for Season 15 of Sister Wives that airs on TLC February 14th. Let's go ahead and get on to the tea. So I was on Instagram scrolling along, minding my own business, and I come across Christine's Instagram. And I come across these pictures. McKelty and her husband Antonio are expecting their first child, and of course, these are the beautiful pictures of their baby shower. As you can see, Christine is there. She looks so happy. You can see some of the children are there, even Antonio. So, it's kind of like a co-ed style type of baby shower, and that's pretty common nowadays. And can you see who wasn't in any of the pictures posted? That would be Kody. I mean, was he not there or was he there? It's kind of hard to figure it out because it's been a running theme on Christine's Instagram to not see Kody in any pictures. Just for McKelty's sake, whatever it is, Kody being there or not being there, I just hope it was a mutual agreement. Other than that, I don't want to speculate too much because it seemed to be a beautiful event and I don't want to rain on their parade, But, what I will say is that McKelty and Antonio reside in Utah. And the clip that we've seen about Christine wanting to move back to Utah, I think this could have something to do with it. And like I said, this is just my opinion, but I think this is what's going on. Christine has raised most of these children, and now that they're growing up, and the sister wives are already separated and they don't feel like one unit, her children are getting older and having their own babies, and she wants to be around for that, and that makes sense. So for her to move back to Utah, to be around her oldest child having her first baby, that's probably exciting to her and she wants to be near that. So yeah, that's what I have for you today. What do you think about that? Do you think that Christine will actually leave Kody if nobody wants to move back to Utah? Do you think she's going to be making that move back? I'm so curious, and I'm wondering if this trailer was just a setup for a fake season. Is it going to be boring like last season? So many questions. And like I said at the beginning, if you would like to subscribe, you can do so below. Click the notification bell, make sure it's set to all, and if you could do me a favor and hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh, and remember, it's always better to be on the outside of the drama looking in. Till next time, take care. Bye.